Now, Malawi can't talk, but if it could, I think it would say hi. My name is Malawi, and I'm not small, but I'm easily forgotten. I'm landlocked, and therefore I have it harder than the rest. My resources are watched by hawks, everything going in and out. This includes the things that belong to me. I am Malawi, and I have no privacy. I own my gardens and lakes, but my belongings, they keep returning to take. Whether that be my people or my treasure, every little hurts. Hi, my name is Angie, and I was raised in Malawi, which means that I went to school in Blantyre, and when we had sports competitions or travelled to Lilongwe, we would always stop at Chikondi Stopover, the mecca of wanting a cold Fanta orange, the mecca of wanting some Kamba puffs, or the mecca of families on road trips needing a stretch for their human legs. Road trips in Malawi are just long journeys in the car. The scenes are unimaginably beautiful, but they are overwhelmingly taken for granted. This particular road trip was to the lake. It meant spending time with school friends I'd known for years and years. It meant listening to live music. It is so easy to come by talented artists here. It meant eating lots of mangoes and thanking God that I got the chance to travel home during mango season. It meant having food like nsima and kidney beans. It meant playing bao and board games with my parents, things that are so common, so normal, but that are stripped from my life in the UK. Growing up in Malawi meant that I was growing up in a household that experienced a lot of power cuts. That meant that we didn't have electricity for a lot of the time, and when you came home from school and you just wanted to turn on the TV, sometimes that wasn't possible. And I would hate nights like those. I would hate nights where our dinners were lit by candles. But now, here we are, romanticizing candlelit dinners in our 20s, and I genuinely couldn't be more grateful to sit in a dim room with nothing to do, uncontactable by mobile phone. Oh, how time changes. It really pains me to admit that really over the last 5 years is when I started to recognize how privileged I was. Yes, I was living in one of the poorest countries in Africa, but I had everything I needed at my fingertips. And when I say everything I needed, I mean food, clothes, shelter, and an education. I had more than I needed, and I see that now. I had the beauty of living in a country that people fly for hours and hours to get to. The landscapes of the Shiri River, the hippos, the crocodiles, these are things that people dream about seeing once in a lifetime. Over the last few months, my For You pages have been filled with chatter regarding pesticides and why you should buy organic fruit and vegetables. I look back at my childhood and I think, wow, I had access to the most beautiful fruits and veg that were grown locally, had a very minimal carbon footprint, some even grown in the garden. Actually, most of our produce was grown in our back garden. We couldn't have got closer to farm to table if we tried. Actually, Malawi is so rich in mineral density that it makes its land super fertile, which means that it gives rise to all of this luscious produce. Lots of NGOs and charities and government organizations are coming in to finally establish kind of small-scale farming and tap into the green revolution of Malawi. Long overdue in my opinion, and drastically needed. The potential of Malawi is crazy. I think of Malawi the same way I think about artists on the street that do portraits of people as they walk by. You know that they have the potential to be in museums if someone just gave them the chance. And I think Malawi just needs to be given a chance. In my opinion, there's no better destination than Malawi. We've got these luscious green game parks that offer such a real raw safari experience. We've got Lake Malawi, which holds these precious endemic species of fish. We've got Mount Mulanje, the island in the sky. If you're watching this, maybe it's a sign that you need to give Malawi a chance.